Ultra Nightmare is probably one of the more fun TDX game modes released in recent times, I guess. But I mean, the balancing doesn't really matter in the game mode if the towers just do not care. So what can you do about this problem? Well, you just kinda beat it solo, I guess. So with that being said, I'll show you how I did solo, and let's go move on to the match. Since we start with 30k, I'm just gonna get a tier 4 discount early, then my shield tower, so that my G mobs don't die. On wave 2, there's already flying stealth enemies, but I don't really need to deal with them, I can just kinda tank them. With how fast you can kill Emperor in Ultra Nightmare, I mean, he's only gonna attack the base like 1 or 2 times, so it's fine. Building it up until wave 20, I need to make sure I actually survive wave 19. I mean, just look at this, bro. Like, what is this purgatory spam? It's just not fair. Wave 20, I could just brute force the G-Jug, because, you know, G-Jug is OP. And what did I just say at the start of the video? Towers being OP, game on... I don't know. Anyways, yeah, everything I do from here on out is kinda self-explanatory, I'm not gonna lie. Can you guess what I'm gonna do for the last 5 waves of Ultra to actually win this? Yeah, no, there's nothing special. I'm just gonna keep getting G-Jokes and maybe sell my Behemoth here or there, but yeah, okay. I'm gonna give my full thoughts near the end of the video when I'm actually in the Emperor fight, because right now it's probably not enough time, but you know, just enjoy the rest of the video, because this is like 1 hour gameplay condensed into like 10 minutes, hopefully. bro. Wave 43 is so irrelevant, bro. It has literally nothing to it. Like, it has some tanks, some trackers, I guess. I don't know, some soldier guys. So, like, you know, like... Okay, overall thoughts. I'm gonna try to summarize it really quickly, but I think some waves are just really easy, like all the 20s and 30s, while most of the boss waves are kind of easy, and then you just have like 2 hard ones, just like Apex and Emperor. But Emperor is 1,000 times harder than everything else for some. I don't know, bro. I still think there is time to go back and fix it, cause you know, I mean, it's just like a game mode, bro. Now that it's out, you know, you're not on a time restriction. It's gonna be free just to fix it. So yeah, see ya.